about y'all, but I'm tired of just making ends meet. See, I want to be blessed. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from his heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith the size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in every session. I got to do something with this life he give. His plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh, yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living there, the overflow. See, we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it gonna happen. You gotta believe it. What's up, y'all, and welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show with your boy Rob, and she is
Jenny.
Jenny. But anyway, y'all, how are y'all doing, man? Welcome to the show again, man. This is the only show where me, you, your mama, and your cousin too get to come on and just chop it up. If you look in the comment section, man, I posted the link to the show. If y'all want to come on and chop it up with your boy and your girl, man, you're welcome to come on, man. We got some stuff to talk about today, man. We got some little topics we're gonna chop up today, man. As we begin to line up our, we had some guests that wasn't able to come on. The guest I had lined up, she was 9 months pregnant and she went in labor on me, man. She went in labor on me. But anyway, we got some guests coming up, man. We got some good guests coming up with we got entrepreneurs and authors and stuff, man. So if y'all know anybody who's in the community, man, who's a writer, man, who's an entrepreneur, got a business, want to come on and just chop it up, man. This is what this show is about, man. We trying to show love to our people, and that's what it's all about, man. What's up, Jenny? What you got anything to lead in when you got something you want to say?
I'm just excited about all of it. I look forward to highlighting people that are doing great things so that they can expand more and just help encourage others who may not be in that place yet, and it'll just grow. And I like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So listen, y'all, I ask y'all one favor. The only thing I want to ask y'all to do, I ain't gonna ask y'all for no money. I ain't gonna put the cash app out there. Only thing I want y'all to do is just share this live with your people, man. Share this live, please. Share this live. Let me post it down here because I appreciate y'all tuning in. Just share this live, man. Please, please, please. We're gonna support y'all. Y'all support us, man. And the only thing we asking y'all to do is just share this live to your favorite groups, your friends, and let them know we on, man. Let them know we on, man. Me and Jenny we gonna rock this thing, man. This new season.
Yes.
This is how God did it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, this is how God did. I didn't plan for this to happen this way, but I feel like she gonna be on the show constantly every week. I might as well bring her on live. You know what I'm saying? So here she is, Miss Jenny, man. And speaking of great things, we did this. We climbed Stone Mountain, man.
Sure did, and that was like the longest walk ever.
Yeah, we had to pull over we climbed
4 times.
About 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my first time walking up Stone Mountain.
Yes, mine too.
My first time walking up Stone Mountain. When I first got to when I got to the bottom and started walking up, I saw a lot of kids. I said, "Man, they're easy right here, man."
It was tough. It was tough though. Like my legs were fine, but my inner core, that cardio was killing me.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. If you want some good cardio and some
Yeah.
good leg exercise, man,
Yeah.
I suggest y'all take that trip up Stone Mountain. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again, but you gotta have your mind right. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good walk, man. It's good
Yeah.
exercise. I mean, the mountain was full of people. I mean, it was just people all up and
It
down the
was.
mountain, man. It was people look like ants going up and down the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Older people, it was children, people walking their babies up Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, why people bringing their babies walking up Stone Mountain? And they making them walk. It was a little white boy. He couldn't have been no more like what? How he was? The two or three years old,
Yeah.
and he was walking. He was walking it by himself, but his mama had to help him down certain levels, and he can jump to. He can only jump so far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a good walk, man. It was very rewarding. I always wanted to walk up Stone Mountain,
Yeah.
and I conquered it.
And we did it. And there was also, I saw a girl, she had Crocs on. I was like, if this girl can't walk up this mountain with some Crocs on, I'm gonna walk with mine. My shoes I had on, because I felt like I didn't have like the proper like athletic type shoe, but I saw all kinds of things. So I felt like, we did really well. For a first time, I think we did amazing.
So give ourselves a hand, man. We conquer Stone Mountain. Yay. What else you want to talk about?
Let's talk about iPhones and Android users.
Oh yeah, the iPhones and Android user, man. Is it me or do y'all think that the iPhone users and Android users have different personalities?
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? I think so too. I think iPhone users are kind of like try to be like bougie people, in crowd type people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying, man.
You about to step on some toes. You about to step on some toes. Like I'm an Android user, everybody. So I love my Androids. To me, it's like more practical. Like I don't have to change.
Yeah.
Like I keep it until I need to change out and then get a new phone. And usually the cord, it works for the next phone. I don't have to change out everything with the whole new phone. But I know a lot of people who have iPhones and they love them.
Yeah, they love their iPhone, man, and they but here's and the reason why I brought that up because I bought my grandson Kais. I bought my grandson Kais a radio, right? And it came with the wire. It came with the cord part of the charger, but it didn't have the block. It didn't have the block. So I told him to go to his mom and get her block from her iPhone. Get her block from her iPhone so we can charge the radio up. So he went in there, he went in the room, and he came back and said she don't have a charge. I said, well, she got a phone. She got to be charging the phone up some kind of way, right? So I go in there and I say, let me use your block. Let me use your block. Do you know the block part that you plug the wire part into? I asked for the block. She said, you can't use my block. I said, oh, you can find it with your block. You know what I'm saying? And then she showed me how the block look, y'all. This how the block look. Let me show y'all. I got a picture of. I thought I had a picture of the block. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of that block, man, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. But anyway, I went in there to get the block, and the block had a little bit of small hole in it. It had a little small hole in it, and I said, this is the block right here, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. This is the iPhone. This is the iPhone charger block. Now it has the little thing that you plug into the phone on both ends. So it got me to thinking like iPhone is really pimping their users. Because you got Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Android has only changed chargers once. They changed the port once to a C port, which is what to me, which I think was the best thing they could ever do, because now you can plug it in on either side. You ain't got to
Right.
worry about
Not
making
mine.
it you got lined up right.
Yeah.
But that's the only time. But any other time, if I buy an Android phone, I can use my old charger. But with iPhones, with every new phone they get,
You gotta buy another.
they make them get a new charger. And I'm thinking like,
Yeah, the accessories. When you get the new phone, you gotta get the new accessories to go with it, or the last one won't work.
what's up, Tony Cash? What's going on, my brother?
We are the intelligent
What he say? We are the intelligent one. iPhone. See, and that's my point. See, he make a good point. This is their psyche.
You think they're bougie?
This is their psyche. They think it makes them. They think the iPhone makes them look intelligent, and I was right then, because by his comment, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? See, and Android users are practical users. We just want to make a phone call. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
We just want to make a
That's
phone
true.
call and check a message here or there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to buy a charger every time I get a new phone. And then the charger costs $25, $30. And you know what? iPhone, I think the iPhone people, the Apple people know this. They know that their users feel important when they have an iPhone. So they sitting in the boardroom saying, how can we make more money? Well, they saying, well, they gonna buy the phone regardless. Let's make them get a new charger every time we get them a phone. So
So this is my thought. Okay, so when it comes down to just, and I don't own one, but I some of my favorite people do. But when it comes down to this is kind of the sense that I get is every time a new phone comes
Hey,
out,
Loretta.
they got to go buy one.
Yeah, every time a new phone come
And
out,
now Android users, we keep that thing till it die,
we
till it break, and then won't have a choice but to get another one.
we wear our cars out. But the thing about Android, when I go buy a new phone, I don't have to buy a new charger, because I can use my old charger interchangeable with the new phone. But that ain't the case with the iPhone. And they don't get it, and they don't get it yet that they're being taken, because they're so blinded, in my opinion, they're so blinded by the fact that they have an iPhone, because what Tony said, he feel intelligent with an iPhone. So look at Tony.
Oh my God.
But see, look at Tony say, Android user and income less than 30K. And you know what? That might be true, Tony. You keep proving my point, brother.
They were C students in school.
You keep proving my point. But you see a lot of people in the hood with iPhones, and I don't get it, Tony. And you know they make under 30K. You know what I'm saying?
I was not a C student in school. I was an A and a B student. So I disagree with that.
but see, this is the psyche. This is the psyche. And I was right. And I thank Tony. Tony supposed to be on the show next week. He has a book. He has 2 books, man. And I'm blessed that he want to come on the show next week. Tony, we'll see you next week, man. We're gonna chop this up live, brother. You know what I'm saying? But you prove my point, brother. You prove my point. You prove my point, man, that iPhone users think that Apple phone make them intelligent.
But you know what? It's kind of like the Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts thing.
Stop. That's what I was trying to tell you. Practical, ordinary people like Android, Dunkin' Donuts, and iPhone, and people who think they're intelligent, they like the iPhone and they go to Starbucks.
Well, y'all, I'm guilty of Starbucks. I love me some Starbucks, so call me bougie. I like my Starbucks. I love my Starbucks. Oh my God, PE grades don't count. I was on a roll. And all grades.
What Tony say? What did he say? PE grades don't count.
Actually, my lowest grade probably was a gym.
Now you see what Moretta said. What's up, Moretta? That's my manager. Moretta said Android users become hoarders. And you know what that means? That means we value the things we have. You see, man, I'm so glad this is happening. I am right. I was right about how I felt about y'all. She said they become harder, and a harder is just a person who values the things that they have, and they don't want to let the stuff that if it still work, they want to keep it. Oh man, this turned out better than what I thought it was, man. Oh man, what my Android? We got any Android users out there, so I better be careful because people might tune off if they.
Some of my favorite people that I love dearly have iPhones, and we make jokes about.
Man, my whole family got iPhone. All my kids, my sisters, and they get on me. You still got an Android? I say, yeah, I still got common sense. I still got my common sense with me, and I'm not giving people my money that I have to shell out. And we can do the same thing with our phone that y'all can do. We just pay less money, and we're not being taken by a charger. Y'all have spent just think if you get a new iPhone, if you get the latest iPhone, how often they come out with a phone? Like every 1 to 2 years?
No, sooner than that.
Every year? Just think if you upgrade every year with an iPhone, you don't spend over $1,500 in charges.
Listen, I have a relative. This girl, she is adamant about Android use, and she will not do anything with Apple. Period. And you would think she would because she's like a financial advisor. She makes good money and she's real sharp. But that girl will not buy Apple products, no type of iPhone, nothing.
Yeah, I see. Morella say Android users are having a hard time finding you. You know what? You know what the thing about Android users? We don't want to be found. Because see, and y'all keep proving my point. We don't want to be found. We don't want to be seen. We don't want to be seen. We don't know what I'm saying. We don't want people, we don't want to be in our business. You know what I'm saying? We are practical people, man. We just average people who love life. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to put a sign on the back of my phone. Let me know what I got, because I know what I got. Look, y'all. I have no logo on the back of my phone. And you know what that means? That means I don't have to go around advertising what I have. You know what I'm saying? And the big old Apple on the back of y'all phone, that just means y'all want people to know you have it. Even I be seeing people with an OtterBox. They got an OtterBox, but the OtterBox got a hole in the middle. And I'm sitting around like, is it that important that people know it's an Apple? It's an iPhone. And that's what made me think, why is it so important to show off that Apple? Because in their mind, it means I am intelligent. I have status. I have status. I have an iPhone. I am somebody.
I'm curious. So those of you who are iPhone users, like, do you feel like it's just better, or it's just you gravitate towards it because that's kind of trendy?
Yeah. Y'all answer that question. What features do you? What better features do you get with the Apple phone that you don't get with the Android? Because the Android has the better camera. They has the better. I mean, they has the better everything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I've had a couple of people, they grab my phone. They be like, "Well, let's take pictures with your phone," and then they'll be like, "Your camera's better than mine," and then they'll be trying to use my phone over theirs, and they have iPhone.
I don't know.
So.
So y'all tell me what made y'all change? What made y'all want the iPhone? We ain't gonna drag this out, y'all.
No.
It was just something that was on my mind, and that I noticed it was something that was in my mind. I didn't know if I was right or wrong, but it seemed like y'all showing me that the way I felt about iPhone users versus Android users, my intuition was right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, my intuition was right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love to show that little logo, that little bitten apple. Then they bit the apple. Then they didn't get y'all no whole apple. But anyway, y'all, we gonna try to move on, y'all. What she say? What she say? We don't need an app to voice call, to video call. And you know what? We don't video call. We don't video call. I don't video call me.
But look, when we do have video call on our phones, the other person has to have Android for it to sync up.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. We can do all things. We can do what God said we can. Android uses what God said we can do all things. But anyway, y'all, we gonna get on the topic, man. That we gonna get on the topic that was hot. That I made a video. I made a story today about it when I heard about J. Cole. He apologized. He apologized to Kendrick Lamar for some lyrics, for a diss lyric that he wrote about Kendrick Lamar and put it out there. And obviously, Kendrick Lamar and Drake been trying to start a beef, you know, and y'all know how beef go, man, in the rap game, man. It don't end well. But J. Cole, I think, did the biggest thing I've ever seen a rapper do, man. And a lot of people looked at him like he was weak. But in real men, in a real man, it was strength. I think it projected strength from him. But a lot of fans, a lot of rap fans wanted to see the beef, and which means they wanted to see more people dying. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they're going to end up. And Tupac didn't kill Biggie. Biggie didn't kill Tupac. It was the people around them who got caught up in that beef hype. That negative energy did that. Let me play y'all. I'm gonna play y'all the video of J. Cole apologizing about it, man, and it almost brought me to tears, man, to see this brother do this, man, because it felt spiritual to me, man, and he said it was spiritual too. I'm gonna play this video. Y'all give me y'all take on what y'all think, man. This is a guy. This guy, he wanted to see it go on, but listen.
The overall consensus is that people wanted to see a friendly.
Let me see what it play. Hopefully it'll play all the way out. But
a retired Florida couple won 7 jackpots in the last year once they discovered the surprising method that repeat lottery winners.
Okay, here we go.
I can get back to my true path, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I want to now perform the song.
Let me go back a little bit to the beginning of when he was talking.
Angle and downplay this nigga's fucking.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of it, man. I thought it was so powerful and so spiritual, and hopefully it'll
about different things.
It'll put rap back on track
within this conversation. But social media is going crazy. But just to remind y'all, even this goddamn J. Cole fan page says this is my 9/11. Let me play y'all once again what happened last night at the Dreamville Festival.
Right. So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 2-3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right?
He's talking about somebody
all
dissing
of this
him
time
first.
of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded. I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime.
Computer tripping today, man. Give it a second, man.
Boom, boom, right? Niggas want to see blood. And I was conflicted because one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bro, that was the lamest, like goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I want to now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I want to do that for y'all right now.
Oh man, that to me, I think that was so powerful, man. I think that was so powerful, man. And I felt it in my spirit. I felt it in my soul to see one of the top rappers, man, do that. You know what I'm saying? On the stage, on the big stage like that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it a lot because it speaks to who he is as a person, regardless of the work that he's doing. Uh, you can't, be mad at somebody for being their true, authentic self. So, you're always gonna have light and dark. You're always gonna have good and bad, and he's just operating in who he is. And you're gonna have the people that's gonna want the dirt, the drama, the fighting. Like he said, they want to see blood. So I just appreciated his courage to just be himself.
Yeah, it took a lot of look at Tony. I don't want to make fun of it. Tony say the Android user. but in all seriousness, Tony's a pastor. Tony, what you, in all seriousness, Tony, as a pastor, I know that makes you feel good to hear a rapper say that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger. What he said was bigger than rap. It's bigger than hip hop. What he said. You know what I'm saying? This is how we gonna. To me, I think this is how we can change the community, man. We got everybody got to be all in. You can't have the pastors in if the rappers are not in. You know what I'm saying? It's a team effort, man, to clean up our communities, man. You know, and put everything back in a line. You know what I'm saying? And I think what he did, man, was to me, I think was spiritual, man. And I would love to see a lot of the big names come out and support him, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see a lot of people get behind him, support him on that, and start something bigger than what it is. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was real big, and I'm hoping Kendrick Lamar follow up with the same tone. You know what I'm saying? With the same tone, because like J. Cole said, he know people want to see blood.
Of course. I mean, that's the whole dynamic of life. You're gonna have the people that want that, but again, I appreciate him being able to, be the person that he is And actually, that's more attractive. Like nobody wants to always be in that dark place. I mean, it draws those who it draws. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and if you think about the history of rap, man, rap didn't start with dissing and all that stuff. Rap used to be like a form of information for the community to get a message out to everybody, a positive message. And some kind of way rap got turned on his head. You know what I'm saying? But it was refreshing to see J. Cole go down this route, man, of healing. This was healing is. People don't even know what healing is, man. That's the beginning of healing, man. Rap is just a form of music, but we have turned rap into something that destructive to the community. And when you think about it, rap lost the two biggest rappers to me in rap history, Tupac and Biggie, over beefing. And a lot of rappers have lost their life, man, for trying to get this beef war going on to sell records, and it cost them their life. You know what I'm saying? Beefing cost you your life, and it made the music executive got paid. You know what I'm saying?
Course, with the insurance, they take out insurance on them in the very beginning.
And not only that, when people still listen to Tupac music, what am I going?
Right.
Who's getting Tupac? Who getting the money off Tupac music? People still streaming Tupac music. Tupac still making music off his stream. Big is still making money off the stream. Where the money going? That's what I'm saying. The executive do it, and in the process, a lot of people lost their life, man, over the beef. And the people who not really in the beef are the one losing their life because they fans, and they feel like you dissing my folks. West side, east side, west coast, east coast. Come on, man, really? And people lost a lot. And people were dying over that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody won. It wasn't nothing but a whole bunch of losers in there. And I'm glad J. Cole did that, because it ain't nothing but a whole bunch of. It ain't gonna be nothing but a whole bunch of losers in that. You know what I'm saying? Tony said, life and death is in the power of the song. You're right, Tony. But at first you said that you was mad about it. You say you was initially disappointed. You say you was initially disappointed when you first heard it. You know what I'm saying? But once he repented, I was happy. I always thought he was the light of rap. You know what I'm saying?
Light in rap, yeah. And that's the thing. They're both talented. And so, if anything, you want to see them maybe do a project together, instead of beefing against each other. Because when you're beefing with somebody, there's jealousy, competition. You know, there's nothing positive about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
And that's why I'm glad. And I hope I'm thinking it will end up in a duo. I hope it end up with them doing a collaboration, because Kendrick Lamar, he can't respond negative now.
Right.
You can't come back with something negative.
It's gonna make him look bad.
Yeah, it's gonna make him look bad, because you can't come back. And Kendrick Lamar is, to me, I think Kendrick Lamar is a different. I always thought he was for the community. Kendrick Lamar always talking about social issues and stuff like that. That's what he's about. And J. Cole is a positive rapper. Mm-hmm. And I think Drake tried to catch him up in I think Drake somewhere here in the middle of this. And people got to understand, Drake is not part of the culture. He's not part of the black community. Drake is from Canada. He has no idea what's going on in the communities in America. He's a great entertainer. I'm not dissing Drake. He make good music, and I listen to Drake music, but Drake don't know nothing about the culture. He's just a beneficiary of the culture, because he know how to rhyme and put rhyme. He know how to rhyme stuff. He got a good flow, but he's not part of the culture. So he wasn't gonna come back. He wasn't gonna come like this. And it took a big man to do what J. Cole did, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because these kids out here, man, they listen to these lyrics.
Oh yeah.
And they think they're real.
Oh yeah.
They think they're real until they become real. You know what I'm saying? Ending in their life, giving up their life for lyrics. From rich guys. All these guys got money, man. They're rich. Y'all made it. Now what you gonna do for the community, man? And I think J. Cole took the biggest step in rap history. That apology, they say that's an apology heard around the world in the rap game.
And
This
he was
ain't-
really confident about his decision to do it.
yeah, yeah,
He said he could sleep at night now.
yeah.
As far as like compared to before, because he couldn't sleep for 2 days.
Yeah, he say he couldn't sleep because that's on your mind. You know
Right.
that ain't what you're about, and you know
Exactly.
what this can bring. You know
Right.
what this and you know what the this game can bring. You don't seen it happen. You don't seen the two biggest rapper taking off this earth over dissing, and he knew what they could bring, and that ain't who he is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I don't think that's what a lot of rappers is, but they think this is how you get street. This is how you get cred. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't how you get cred. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. If people like your music, they're gonna get your music regardless. You ain't gotta diss another man to make it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I came from. And I thought it was so powerful, man. I thought it was the most powerful thing from a rapper that I ever heard, man. And a lot of people think he's weak for that. Y'all want to see the destruction of your own people.
Right. Which is sad, but there's loss always involved when you have a division of a community.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think there's always going to be life and growth when you pull together. And so with them doing a collaboration, possibly that's going to bring more positivity to our community and the music culture that we have. And I think it's something, like I say, that, says a lot about him. And it's a good example. These kids coming up, they need that. I see it all the time. I promise you they need it.
Yeah, they
need
needed
it
that
bad.
positivity.
They need
You
it.
know, and what else? What else we want to? What else you want to talk about, man?
Let's talk about this idea that a lot of the pro ball players choose white women for their wives.
And you thought it was you thought it was like they just like white women. Oh, you think they just prefer white women over black women?
So my own personal just assuming thought is, okay, maybe there's the mindset, and before we go into what the numbers are, in my mind, the mindset is for me that maybe they feel that they've arrived to a certain status in life, and so maybe a woman of a different nationality or a white woman, because I think it's more about it being specifically white women, is that maybe that they're deemed as more worthy of that position, and that's just an assuming thought that I naturally had.
Oh yeah. So you think it must be the money? Don't say no. Don't open that can. Don't open that can of worms, so you can't win. Tony, what you talking about?
But I know it's something. I know with the numbers, it's not what it appears. So, but you have a thought, I'm sure, about
But
it.
yeah, my take on that, and it's a lot of it seems like when brothers get a lot of money, they gravitate toward white women, and I don't think it's a diss on black women. I just think when these guys are poor, when they're in high school, they're around a bunch of black women, right? And they probably had black girlfriends then, right? So when they go to college, unless they go into HBCU, most of these guys are going to major college. Most of these guys we see with white wives, they went to major colleges. So when they get to colleges, the percentage of black women drops down to below like 1%. So they go from high school, which is like 99.99% black women, and that's all they see black women. They raised by black women. That's all they see. So that's all you know. And then when they get to college, the only interaction they have is with white women.
So it's kind of like about opportunity and exposure.
It's about opportunity and exposure. It's not that they don't like
Right.
black women. And I see a lot of black women on social media. Why they all going to all the white women?
Right.
It's not that we don't love y'all. It just when you when you're around a group of people for so long, and you just say you're in college for 4 years.
Right.
That means most of your days you spent around white women who looking at you like, oh, he's a big old strong black man. You know what I'm saying? And they get in your ear and they rubbing on you and telling you how fine you is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it started. I mean, they don't get to see black women on campus all the time. You know what I'm saying?
There was a question that was asked of a man. It was something we saw on the post somebody did, or it was like an interview, and the woman asked the man that, and his his response was not what we're talking about. His response was white women treat black men better, or they know how to just treat a man better compared.
No,
and that struck a nerve with me because I'm like, wait.
I think women. I think women in every culture know how to treat a man right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think in my opinion, I think white women. I think they're. I think unfortunately they're more trained toward being wise. They're more trained toward being wise. They grew up in a household where mama don't work. You know what I'm saying? And daddy made all the money. And they stay at home moms. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about it a little bit later too. But anyway, we're gonna stay on this topic for a second. Tony got an interesting Tony say when you obtain the level of wealth, you need an agreeable partner, and that's not a part of Tony. I disagree with. I mean, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, but I totally disagree with that, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what you're saying, I'm not speaking for you, but and in my head, I'm thinking you saying when you obtain things, you got to try different people. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what you're saying, but I don't think that's why these guys are getting wise. You know what I'm saying? Hooking up with white women. I just think it's the opportunity. I think it's just a matter of opportunity. These are the women we are interacting with. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to see black women. The only black women we see at the college is the athletic women, the women on the basketball team. And, they don't want those women, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple of, I'm not saying, you know, all those basketball women, they look kind of, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? It's like this. This conversation is really kind of revealing of like what you really think about it. So like for me personally, I felt and thought that maybe in their minds, a black man's mind, okay, well, maybe they're more worthy. Maybe, we're not worthy to fill those positions as their wives. My understanding is that's not true, but that's just something that I assume because when you look at media, social media, and you see what appears to be more of this than that, that's kind of like maybe what you think. And then when you hear somebody as a black man say, well, they know how to treat black men better or just men better in general, then that's where you can start, as a woman, for me, say, okay, well, so maybe you think we're not worthy to fill that position. But when you look at the numbers, it's really not like it seems. Actually, a lot of black pro athletes marry black women.
Yeah, and I think majority of them do.
Yeah, it's just the numbers show that.
And when black men who say that white women treat them better, they ain't had a good black woman.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They outside of their mother, they ain't had a good black woman. And then, before college, it's like adolescent love, you know what I'm saying? And then when they get the college, they don't get to experience black women on campus, educated black women. They don't get to experience educated black women because most of the better athletes they go to white colleges. They go to the big colleges. They don't go to HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? So they never get the experience an educated black woman who has goals and dreams and goals and going somewhere who they can match up with. They only have the white women who they going to school with to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And these women, white women, they're trained. I'm not gonna say trained. I'm saying they have seen mama grow up not working. You know what I'm saying? A house mom, she take the kid to the ball game and she do all this stuff right there. She take everybody where they need to go. She go get the groceries and make sure the house straight. You know what I'm saying? But when most of these guys growing up, they don't see that. They see both parents working. In the black community, both parents work. You know what I'm saying? Because of economic status. So both parents had to work. So they don't get to see that. And white women, you know, they kind of see, hey, he's the man on the team. So he gonna be somebody. You don't see him coming to the hood getting no brothers. They pick and choose what brothers they want, man. You know what I'm saying? The white women pick and choose what black men they want to mingle with. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's all about perception. And again, I think the numbers are a true reading of what it really is. I think the percentage of the black men marrying white women is just a tad bit over the percentage of men that are black that marry black women and biracial women. So I think with biracial women, with black men marrying biracial and black men marrying black women, it's kind of neck and neck. And then with the white women, it's just a tad bit over. So I think it's all about perception. And I think we just have to understand the possible dynamics of it. Sometimes, like, you know, as we're discussing, it can be the exposure, the opportunity. And it could be that's what a person like. I mean, you know, where I don't agree is about the treatment, because that right there is a lie.
What you mean treatment?
Because the guy was saying in the video was that white women they know how to treat their man, basically. And I grew up in a whole different experience. I saw my mom treat my dad like a king. So.
And it's because you grew up in a household. You grew up in a household with a mama and a daddy.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? And your daddy did most of the working, right?
Yes, he was the breadwinner.
And you were blessed to grow up in that household. But most people coming from these communities, they're coming from low income housing, and they're not seeing it. And a lot of kids, I grew up without a father in the home. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see that. And I can't say if I would have went to college and saw no white women all on me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to hook up with a white woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, and that's all I'm saying. So the thing about social media is everybody got their own
opinion.
Everybody got an opinion,
yes.
And everybody can start their own platform.
Right.
And depending on who you listening to, that's the message you gonna get. Right. But I don't think these brothers going to college I don't think they hate black women. I just think these are the women they're around. You know what I'm saying? It's almost impossible to be raised by a black woman. Your sisters are black, your aunts are black, and all of a sudden you get to college, you don't like black women. And that don't make sense to me. That don't make common sense to me that guys are getting to college all of a sudden saying that they don't like black women. So I don't think it's the matter of color to them. It's the matter of opportunity to them. They don't get to see black women. Like I said, let's stay on the basketball team. Tall women who kind of appear to be tom girls. You know what I'm saying? And you got some pretty girls. You got a couple of pretty girls in basketball, but y'all watch the game. Y'all see some of the girls are like tom girls, and men are just not drawn to the tomboy like girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think when it comes down to just in general, everybody have their opinion about it. But what I understand is that yes, it is true. A lot of experiences that maybe some black men have with black women may be that they're disrespectful and they're not agreeable. But I wasn't raised that way, so that's how come I can say it's based on really knowing people for who they are and how they've been raised as far as like with women. I know people, I've seen women that are married and they don't respect their husbands, but it doesn't mean that overall that we as a nation of women, as far as how we were raised, that we just don't. I think the numbers, like if you could just do a poll or a study and find out, you might be surprised to find out that there are a lot of black women that are very loving and respectful and agreeable with it to their husband.
Tony, you want to respond to Tony? Say your host doesn't understand. She is biased but black women do struggle with respecting black men.
Which is what I was just saying. A lot of them do.
Now it might be vice versa too, but that's the challenge.
Yeah.
So
and it may just be our culture. Like we as a people, we have our overall struggles together with respecting each other. And so if you are fortunate enough to have an example, and for me personally, I had an example of how a wife should be to her husband, then that's a good example. Then I can vouch for. I have friends who are, the same way. They're very good, in how they treat their husband and respectful and agreeable. So I just think the opinions are what are poured out there, and people have their thoughts, but that doesn't mean that it's true, like a blanket statement. I just don't think it's a blanket statement.
Yeah, I think the issue is we put everything in one box. We take one guy's opinion and we say this is what black men think of black women. We take one woman's opinion and we say this is what black women think of black men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's not fair.
Yeah,
because
no, it's not.
I think it's also based on personal experience. You know,
it's personal experience.
And it's okay. It may be a lot of us don't respect, as far as women, respect our men, and like he was saying, vice versa. But I think the whole point of bringing this up was this post came out where the woman asked the guy the question, and his response was they get treated better, by white women, and it could be true if you do a study on it, but I just think my personal experience, I look at the pie of that cutout part that I've been exposed to and the people that I know.
Now look at this example right here. LeBron never went to college. So he ended up with his high school wife, his high school girlfriend who was black, because he never had that experience with white women. So he only know black women. So he married up a black woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he didn't, and that's his key. He didn't go to, he wasn't exposed to that college lifestyle. He was never exposed to that college lifestyle to where he was around a bunch of white women. Because if LeBron would have went to college, they'd have been all over him because he was a star in high school. They were just waiting on him to come to college, but he went straight. But he didn't go to college. He went straight to pro. So the only experience he had with women was black. He married his high school sweetheart, a black woman. And I'm gonna research that. I'm gonna try to see how many guys went from high school to pro, married white women versus black women. And the angle just came to me. You know what I'm saying? The angle just came to me. So that's the thing. Opportunity. I think that's why a lot of black men a lot of the athletes seemingly going after white women because that's all they know. You know what I'm saying? And white women, they're not trying to work all their life. They trying to find. They've been trained to find a provider. You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching that in our home, and I don't. It's not that we don't believe that. We just ain't had the space. We ain't had the space to teach that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had the space to teach that growing up. I grew up in the projects, and I ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing that was on our mind to teach our daughters to marry a man who seemingly gonna be prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Who would have, you know what I'm saying?
But see, I watched my mother. Like my dad didn't have. I'll put it out there. My dad didn't even have.
Larry Love, what's up, bro?
In high school, he didn't even graduate from high school. But my dad had his own business. He never worked for anybody in his life, so he was able to have his own business. And my mother was very supportive. She helped him with his payroll. She kept a tight home, and I just watched her. I watched how she took care of me and my siblings, and she was just a great example. And when he hit hard times, she jumped out there and worked, and she was that woman. I learned a lot from her.
Larry Love wanted to know. She said, "What is your example? I would like to know your example." I don't know what he means. Your example,
as far as like, if he's asking what
are you asking, Larry? How you doing, too, sir? That's the guy I did the interview with
Okay.
the other day. Larry Love.
So are you referring to a personal example that I've seen, or I'm trying to
look at Tony. What Miranda said, it's not about most young guys, but mine ain't having a white. No, I disagree. I disagree with that.
So that okay, and what she's saying is interesting. She's saying that because that was an assuming thought that I had.
What she said?
Well,
people with money,
kinda,
black men with money and status feel like they got to have a white woman.
It's almost like it's a status thing, like, you know, because maybe before
like the iPhone, like the iPhone.
Maybe before, no, seriously, maybe before they couldn't, you know, get a white one, and maybe in their own mind, if that's a real thought as to why, is because, you know, hey, you know, I can pull a white woman now, and I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm not saying that's the case, but that can be an assuming thought from us as black women, considering, again, the question that the post we saw of the black woman asking a black guy, why do black athletes, and she was being specific, she said basketball players, I think, why do they choose white women? And his statement was, it's about, you know, they treat, you know, they're very what is it? So, I don't know if it was submissive or they
yeah.
more
I think
they do more for them. They cater to them.
Yeah.
And so for a black man to say that kind of proves what she's saying. Like,
yeah, but they do cater to them, and it was because of what I said, because that's what they saw growing up in their homes.
Right.
They saw mama catering to daddy.
And I can relate to that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can.
They do that because they've been trained to be. That's what they know.
Right.
You're gonna be the way you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be the way you know. Black women seem to be more aggressive because that's what they know. That's what they growing up around. Aggressiveness. And you grow up that way. You're gonna be the way you were raised. You know what I'm saying? So what Larry say? Larry, what his question was? He say with them right there. It's not exposure to most young men, guys. Money, feel having white women makes. I guess it's a question he was posing to you.
That's correct. She was saying. So Tony was asking.
Tony said me.
Can I explain my example? As far as like what I've been exposed to? Are you asking that?
That right there. I guess that right there. You say that you are a wife that people
that should be should.
oh, that should be should. He said kind of proofread.
So I guess examples would be of, like I said, if I'm reading your question right, like with my mom and how I saw how she was with my dad. I to this day I can tell you what my dad likes because I saw her like what he would eat for breakfast. She cooked him exactly what he liked. She just catered to him. She was very respectful of him. Anything he did, she was very supportive. I just saw an example of what was said that white women are more prone to be and do. My mother was that person. I learned a lot from her, and I mean, I saw her from day one just be that person. She was a wonderful wife, and she was strong. She was by no means a weak woman. She was strong, but she also had a great respect for my dad. So, and I saw by the way she catered to him. I saw by the way she supported him. I saw by the way she spoke to him. She cared about him,
But you know that what you're saying. You keep saying you saw.
Yeah,
you saw it.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black women not seeing that. Right. A lot of black women not seeing that in the homes, right. And that's the key. And that what separate the white women that these guys are eventually meeting in colleges, stuff like that, from the women that they left high school from, the women they used to date, to the women they're dating in college. The women in college, the white women they dating in college, they saw that. They saw the stable, they saw the mama treating daddy good. You know what I'm saying? In the response daddy gave mama, he brought the bread home. You know what I'm saying? He brought the money home. Whatever mama want, he bought. You know what I'm saying? So white women, and this is how white women are. They only doing what they saw. Unfortunately, most women who come from where we come from both broken homes and poverty and stuff like that. And that's unfortunate. And you one of the lucky ones, you know what I'm saying? You one of the lucky ones who had a 2-parent home. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up in a 2-parent, but that don't mean you can't still be right. No, one person, I think my mama did a good job with my sister. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean you can't be a good person. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to relationships, you're gonna be what you know. You know what I'm saying?
And this is really, and I live by this. It always goes back to who you are as a person in your heart. I've known people who were raised up well and seen a good example and still will cuss their husband out. I've seen it. I promise. And I'm like, wow, like you want to get the
now that come from that's come from him. Now it worked both ways. You got men growing up in broken home too, and they don't know how to handle a woman. And I'm not talking about put hands on a woman, but it's a way you can talk to a woman to get her to respect you. You know what I'm saying? You everybody gotta have boundaries in a relationship. Everybody still gotta have boundaries. And it's a way a woman should talk to a man, and he shouldn't talk to her any kind of way. But if I see it like this, if I'm not disrespecting a woman, you ain't gonna disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men disrespect women, and women disrespect them back. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. And a lot of us grew up in broken family. Like I said, I didn't grow up with a father in the house. A lot of the stuff I learned from dudes on the street. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no big brother, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of what I learned was in the street. And over time, I got better and better and better. When you know better, you do better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, growing up, I didn't know better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making no excuses. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think what just made me interested in this was just the guy's response. And it just seemed like that was the be all to end all reason that they treat them better. And me being who I am, I couldn't agree with that. Regardless of if the percentage of good examples is smaller in our community or not. I just somewhere I was like, I don't agree with that, you know.
Like if you're a man, I mean, if you're a man, if you want a woman to treat you better, you got to treat a woman better. You know what I'm saying? You got to be who you want to be. You got to be the person you want somebody to be for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect people to just treat you right if you ain't doing right. You know what I'm saying? Now, white women, it seems like they'll put up with a lot of stuff. Yeah. And black women don't have that patience to be putting up with a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that patience. To me, from the black women I see, they don't have that patience like that. You know what I'm saying? But white women, they'll take it on the chin.
Well, okay. Well, this is.
What?
Listen, I know some very wonderful people that are white, my friends, and they will be like, my husband cheated on me, I am gone. They be like, I am out.
That's what they say. That's what everybody say.
How true that is, I don't know. It's a
thing what everybody say.
You know, but I don't know.
Can you read that?
No, what does it say?
I'm gonna read it from right now.
So he's saying it's an individual thing. The statement that you just made can't make the statement because it's not about a white woman, a black woman, or Asian woman. It's about a woman. You can't make that statement. Well, you want to say something to that? You see it better now.
I mean, every relationship is an individual thing.
Right.
Everything in life is an individual. If you look at it individually, it's an individual. You know what I'm saying? But why are we going around saying, "Oh, the black community"? Why I got to be the black community? Why I just can't be that person over there? Why I can't be that person over there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get what you're saying.
And it's a perception. I think first of all, it's a perception. A lot of it is reality, and then some of it again is just people's ideas and their own opinions, and some of it may be coming from their experience. And so, it is what I think. I think it just comes from where people's mindsets are. I don't think we can just say all are like this. And again, that guy was like, pretty much all white women know how to treat me in a certain way. That's why they are chosen. And that was what almost drove me crazy because I'm like, that's just not the case. And so it kind of goes back to what Tony was saying. It's an individual thing.
But we was talking about people as groups. We was talking about groups. It's I know it's not everybody who. I know it's not all black women who can't treat a black man right. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about the topic is why black athletes gravitate toward white women.
Right.
And we were talking about athletes in general, right?
Yes.
That was the scope we was in. And my thing to you, Tony, was that these athletes are going to colleges and they're interacting with white women. They're not interacting with black women when they get on these college campuses. So they get used to interacting with white women. So when they leave college, they're used to white women now because the last 3 or 4 years they only seen white women. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being in high school, they had a black girlfriend. I'm willing to bet you look at their high school prom picture, they were a black girl. I'm willing to bet you all these guys who married white women, who dating white women, all these athletes who dating white women, I bet you look at their prom picture, it's a black woman, it's a black girl standing next to them. And that's the point I was trying to make. You know what I'm saying? It's the opportunity. When you got opportunity to be around different people, those are the people you're going to interact with. It's the same thing with black on black crime. Ain't no such thing as black on black crime. We interact with each other. We killing each other because these are the people we live around. White people killing white people because those are the people they live around. You're going to kill where you live. You know what I'm saying? You're going to date where you going to school. These are the people where you dating, but you're going to school with these people, so these are the people you're going to date. Because these are the only choices I got. When I go to college, white women are the only choices we have as an athlete. Like I say, LeBron didn't go to college. Who did he marry? He married a black woman, his high school sweetheart. Because that's the woman he was dating. That's the only thing he know. He only know black women. He don't date white women because he never had the experience to be around white women, like a lot of these athletes who in pro do.
And then listen, we also have to keep in mind people like what they like. So LeBron probably just like what he like, just like all these other athletes like what they like. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you can like what you like, but if you don't have the opportunity to be around what you like, you can't be with what you like. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I like caviar, but I would love to taste some caviar. But don't nobody I hang with serve caviar at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? I would love to taste some caviar, but I can't get no caviar because every time I go to the cookout, there ain't number ribs and potato salad.
So I think there are a lot of good opinions and facts about this subject. I was just driven to want to talk about this because I did not appreciate the comment that the guy made in the post about, the treatment. And I think everything that everybody's saying has some validity to it as far as like reasons. I just think we do have to be careful when we listen to other people's opinions because we can run with that. And you're saying this as a black man to a black woman on this post or in this interview, and then you may have these younger black males coming up and just hearing that one post have this idea put in their head that black women don't know how to treat, their man. So when these men do get into a higher level in life, that they're going to choose these type women, and that's are supposedly better as far as like in how they're going to treat their man. So
Tony said that's not true, Rob. Some of these guys are in high school. If they wanted a black girl, they could date them. You're making assumptions that are not right. Tony, listen. Tony, listen. Tony. Let me give you this. Let me give you this example, Tony. You in America. If you move, if you in America, you don't have a girlfriend. Let's say you had a girlfriend last year and y'all broke up. You move to China. Ain't nobody there but Chinese women. Who you gonna date? Tony? This is what I'm saying. You gonna date where you at. You gonna date the people you're around. You gonna date the people. Now you're attracted to white women because this is the only choices you have. You gonna date the choices, whatever choices you got. Those are the people you gonna be dating, man. That's all I'm saying, Tony. I'm not saying I'm 100. I'm not saying this is 100 factual. I'm just saying this is to me. I think this is a theory. This is a hardcore theory to me. You're gonna date when you're gonna date the people you're around. If you leave America, well, you gonna come back to America every time and just to date somebody? No, you're gonna find you a Chinese woman, and that's gonna be your woman. When these guys leave high school, they go to college. They went from 99.99% black women to 0.11% black women on campus. They don't see black women every day when they're on these campus. They only see white women. That's what I'm saying, Tony. I'm not saying this is not right. I'm not saying I don't came up with a formula. I'm just saying this to me. I think this is what it is. You dating the people you're around. You know what I mean? You're gonna date the people you're dealing with. If you're dealing with all white women, that's who you're gonna mess around with. And now you got the experience of white women. And now you see they treating you better than the black women were treating you because they were trained better. It ain't that they better, it's just they were trained better. You know what I'm saying? Black women ain't had the training like these white women have. See, the stay-at-home mom. They ain't seeing it. You know what I mean? Let me bring
hey, Latina.
Bring Latina.
Brought the right one in. Come
What's
on
up,
in,
Latina?
girl.
What's going on?
Hey, Happy New Year.
You too.
It's been a while. How y'all doing?
Great. Good to see
Somebody
you.
say you're right. You're right. They whoever they is, they know me. They know my real name. You're right, Lamar. You just some real stuff about. Let's see.
Going to the cookout.
Going to the cookout, eat ribs versus caviar. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're going to eat what they got there. You're going to eat what's prepared. You know what I'm saying? If you're in high school, you're only dating black women because there's only black women for you to date. But when you go to college, it's a whole bunch of white women. You ain't got but a handful of black women. So who you going to date? You're going to date white women. That's where that comes from. You know what I mean?
That's true.
What's your take on it, Tina? How you been doing, sister?
I've been doing okay. It says why black athletes gravitate to white women. A lot of times they gravitate to white women because white women put up with what they put out. A lot of times they gravitate to white women because, like Rob said, that is who they see in the areas that they are, especially if they are not attending an HBCU college or they're not attending a college or staying in a town where it is, if it's more black women or if it's a mixture of people versus, and then a lot of times military guys will date more white women depending on where they have been. Hang on, let me shut my door. Depending on where they live in. Also, oftentimes it is compatibility. They may be more compatible. They may be more compatible with that person. And I think a lot of times is that we have been so conditioned to not communicate with one another that they oftentimes seek out other races that they prefer, and sometimes just based on preference. Sometimes it's based on preference.
If y'all want to come on live and chat this up, man, I'm gonna put the link in the box. If y'all want to come on live and talk about it, I know y'all tired of a lot. I don't like doing a lot of text neither. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
tell them to come on.
Yeah, y'all come on
Come
live,
on
man.
in.
This is what the show about, man. This is a community show. We try to celebrate people who are doing great things in the community, and you know, it's an open forum, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
So if
oftentimes
y'all
they
like,
think
y'all
that.
can follow that link and come on live if y'all feel like it. Yeah.
Sometimes they think that's a better move, like this person's going to be better for me. Or oftentimes, just like you said, that just might be the people that is in the area that they are.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I think people are
Mm-hmm.
dating where they it's opportunity because these are the people we are around.
And
You
I
know what I'm
think all,
saying?
and I think all of this is correct.
It-
I'm
it-
not, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not trying to. I think all of the things that have been said are valid. I think all of these different things are factual. Again, I'm just going back to you can't make a complete just blanket statement saying that it's because of this, which is going back to the beginning, the guy saying that they just get treated better by white women, and I just
No,
totally disagree with
that-
that.
I mean,
I totally disagree with that blanket
that's a
statement. I
perception.
do.
Right.
That's like I
Um,
say they come from upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They come from
they
upbringing.
could,
A lot of
yeah,
white women are raised to be wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree
And
with
and
that.
and,
I totally
and,
agree
and,
with that.
and a lot of black women they grew up seeing mama working.
Yeah.
They ain't
I
just seeing
agree
mama
with that.
sitting back, just waiting on daddy to pay all the bills and bring the food home. They used to
Well,
mama
my
working.
household, I was,
They used to mama
but other.
grind and you know what I'm saying? They used to
Mhm.
mama coming home toting bags and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And white women and a lot of these kids, especially these college white girls, they parents ain't paying, they ain't down no scholarship. They paying tuition. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? For the most part. And these guys coming in with scholarship. These guys were broke. These guys broke, man. And these
But
girls living
also
in
they think that that's the better way to go, and it may or may not be. It is based on personal preference.
Right.
I don't think this. I just think it's just opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like I say,
Hmm.
white women they get to see they get to see housewives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And this does not say that all white women.
That's right. It's not
Because
all.
so let's be
Some.
clear.
Let's say
Some
Some.
may be a majority,
what you say most.
Yeah.
What
No.
you say?
Some.
I'm talking about these white kids is in college. I'm not talking about
Some.
we're
Some.
not gonna take the scope too far out. We're gonna stay within the college. We're talking about black athletes gravitating to it.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about everyday people. We talking about these athletes while they marrying up with white women.
I would still. I would still say some.
Well, you know, like I say, and this is spin off into the next topic that we have. What's the next topic? You know, we was talking about. And
Oh
this is a
my
good
gosh.
time to move into that. You know what I mean?
So
You
there's this
always
new
do that when I come on.
Well, you always come on late.
Listen.
You come on with like 40 minutes to go in the show. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
You don't miss so
I,
much.
I know I be moving and shaking, but I still try to support.
I
I've been
know.
waiting for you to come back.
I'm just messing with your sister. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the wheels on the bus go round and round, baby.
Baby, they sure do. And I know we got to keep moving. What's the next topic?
Okay.
I love you too, Rob.
we was watching
Tamron Hall.
Tamron Hall,
Yes.
and she
Yes.
had some young ladies on. I ain't never heard nothing about a trad wife. I
It's
guess that stands for what?
traditional
wife.
Yes.
And what did that entail? A trad.
So a traditional wife is pretty much kind of spinning off of what we were talking about women who stay at home with the children, and even if they don't have children, they stay at home. They're taking on that role that it would be I guess if you want to look at the battle of the sexes, the woman stays at home, she cooks, cleans, take care, everybody, and she's just pretty much you said a servant, which
The way these women were described and what they did, they came across as servants.
okay.
They didn't come across as wives. They came across as like it was an agreement that this woman did what you gonna do.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? They came across as servants. It's not. It didn't seem like a wife.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they was programmed. It seemed like they wanted to do it, but it seemed like they was in a servant role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I want to chime in on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to chime in on that. Growing up, I grew up in a two-parent household. And of course, I'm a 70s baby. So in the 70s, a lot of women were not in the workforce. Some were, not all, some were. However, you did see an influx of more, they call them housewives. So I guess that would be the traditional wife, housewives. So my mom stayed home and my mom took care of us. My mom made sure we all had meals, made sure our clothes was clean, make sure the our well being, took care of my dad, made sure he had what he needed before he went to work. We never missed a meal. We had everything that we needed. Okay. So that dynamic was different. So growing up, I feel like that I had a good upbringing because I had both sides. My father worked overnight, so he was still home in the daytime, and he was home when we got home from school. So he was there with my mom, and he would still help take care of us. However, my mom took care of our home. So I don't really think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that the breakdown came when a lot of women um, dealt with different men that may have gone to prison, or they may have put them in a situation where they had to be a single parent. And when they had to be a single parent, then the breakdown of marriages, um, they didn't have the opportunity to be on the opposite role. They had to go into the workforce, meaning that even if they were a wife, they couldn't be that type of wife where they would be able to stay home and take care of the home. So I don't think it's anything wrong with a woman that wants to be home and take care of her kids and her family. Nothing's wrong with that. If women have the opportunity, if a man allows his wife to do that, and a woman has the opportunity to do that, I don't think it's not a servant role. I think that it is more of, I love my family. I want to make sure that they're good. And we're still working together. This is just my part to play in our relationship, in this family dynamic.
No,
So that's my take on it.
I don't think nothing wrong with want to be a stay. I think most men, if they had wives, if they was in financial position for that to be possible, I think a lot of men would want that. You know what I'm saying? For they
Yes.
wife to stay home. But the thing about these women, they didn't have children yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
They
Oh
had,
yeah.
and one of the women, she wasn't even married yet.
Gosh,
She was,
that was crazy.
yeah, she was living on the promise of getting married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she also,
Oh, then I
she
can
was
understand.
she was kind of young, but she was also saying stuff like she wanted to hire somebody to come in and clean,
Yeah,
and
she
then
wanna.
she said she didn't cook, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Why are you
I'm
at
like,
home?"
and it's kind of like,
No.
what
And
is
that's more
this?
like to be able to say, "I don't have to work." I thought that was wild.
Oh
And
no,
then when
we're
I say
not doing none
it
of
seemed
that.
like she was trying to that was the black. Unfortunately, if
Yes, I was about
they
to
had the
say
black
that.
woman to being the one that
Yeah.
being ghetto. Talking about she ain't working. Dude got up in an apartment and he ain't proposed to her, but she's
Oh, that
she's a
mean he
live-in
got
girl.
somebody else.
She's a stay-at-home girlfriend with no children,
Mm.
And
and
that's
want
the
to
first
hide.
time I ever heard of that, a stay-at-home girlfriend. I was like, wow. And she looked nice, like she looked like very fancy, but she was like, she don't cook. She couldn't even remember. Like they asked her what was his favorite meal or something. She was saying
Yeah,
something about, well, a woman needs to know her man's favorite meal. When they asked her, she couldn't even say it. I was
Then
like,
and,
why?
who
Why
are
would they?
you?
and she
Why
want
would
to
they
hire
put
and
such a
she want to
tradition on
hire a
women?
maid. She don't work, but she want to hire a maid.
For
Oh
an
no.
apartment. Like
So
this
why
is
would
not
they
even
think
a
they?
house.
Why would
You
they
know,
think
this is
they are a traditional wife?
Well, this is the thing. The show was about that, but they had this new element added to it of I
Yeah.
guess, a live-in, traditional girlfriend, like slash wannabe wife. But she was the only person of color that was talking that. The other women were, they were doing it all, but they weren't one of us. So
Yeah, and
it
like,
made us look bad. It made us look bad.
well, see, we keep trying to say we individual, but then you said it made us look bad.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
but it did. It did. I mean,
Honestly,
I was like,
honestly,
wow.
honestly, if you are in a good marriage and the person that you with allows you to be home and take care of the home, that's okay. However,
Absolutely. It
however,
is.
I don't ever want to be put in a position that, because that kind of, with the way that lady sound, that kind of comes off like gold diggerish kind of
Yeah.
situation.
For
Yeah,
her,
The
yeah.
reason
yeah.
why I say that is because she expects him to put in 100%, and she's not really giving anything. You won't even run the man's bathwater. You ain't even giving. You not even making a meal. So most men do want a woman to come home to make them a meal and make sure that their well being is good. But also, it's a give and take. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But see,
I'll
but see,
take care of all the bills,
but,
baby, but you take care of the house, and I'll take care of the house, and I'll still take care of the bills too if I got a little job or whatever. But I'm gonna make sure that he's good, because if this is the breadwinner, why would you send this man out to the world and you don't want to feed him? Talking about you gonna get a maid and you fix it. Now he gonna date the nanny, he gonna date the maid, he gonna date the cook, he gonna date everybody outside of you. You setting yourself up for failure.
yeah, like I say, I agree with that, but I think that's supposed to be something that happens organically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you meeting somebody and these are her demands. I want to be a stay at home wife. No, no, I'm like, no, you're gonna have to hold on. Let's have let's date first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can't come together and agree with this now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was, to me, I think that was the crazy part about it, that
Right.
they made all this stuff up before they even got together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I was saying. You know what I'm saying? But it was an interesting show.
It was.
You know, it was a very interesting show.
Sorry about that.
But then too, there was also another woman. I hear feedback.
You got some feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you. And
We
we
can
and we
hear
hear
you.
us too.
It must be the device you're on. Is it a different device?
Hello?
Okay. So now we
I
can't
just
hear
turned
you.
my mic off.
Oh, okay. So there. Well, can I still hear myself? Yeah. No.
Yeah, when she cut her mic on, you can hear
Okay.
her talking.
So there was another woman on there who was like literally in tears, and she was crying, saying that she encouraged women to not be a traditional wife. And again, that's where you need to be educated and understand what that means to be a
What
traditional
did you
wife.
do? What you do different when you left? When you went out? What you do differently? You
Nothing.
changed something because now I hear feedback.
So when she mute us out, we can't hear ourselves.
Yeah, but she was talking at first. Though we having a conversation, and I didn't hear it.
Okay,
She,
is it better now?
yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So there was another woman on there, and she was again crying, going through this whole spiel of, she lost herself in that role. And I can understand that. But when you take on a role as a traditional wife, you gotta have a plan. I mean, you can be a housewife and a stay-home mom, but the kids do grow up. So you got to have a plan, and that plan can be when this child get a certain age, the youngest, I'm going to go work. Whether
Yeah.
you want to start a new career or whether you want to start working on building a career from home while the little ones are running around. Like you can start, phasing into being your own person. You don't have to lose yourself just because you're a traditional wife. You don't.
Right.
I
I agree with
I
that.
think you
I
have to be smart enough to understand it. Now, I'm not saying somebody who makes that, decision and then they feel that way. Maybe they just didn't think about it. But You
Right.
have to have a sense of yourself to say, I know I'm more than a woman. Not woman. I know I'm more than a mother. I'm a woman outside of a wife. So even though my
Yes.
husband is making all the money, what can I do to still keep who I am and still be one with this man and add to and continue to
Yeah,
build who I am as a person? You shouldn't lose yourself.
yeah, cause
And
you,
that's a mistake
Absolutely.
yeah, cause
coming from you just not thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
just because you're a
Absolutely.
stay at home, just because you're a stay at home wife, you still got to bring something to the table, baby.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
You ain't gonna
it's
just be staying at home and not cooking that man no meals, because that's when he start dating the lady down the street. Because Miss Bertha
but see, this
started
is the
making him a
thing.
plate.
A woman can get burnt out on just doing all those things and not making sure that she looks at the other parts of, okay, when I met this man, what was I doing when I first met
Yeah.
him? I wasn't just cooking and cleaning only when I met him. Who was I before that? You have to
Right.
still bring that person to the relationship and say, okay, this is for the betterment of the household. I'm gonna, stay home. We're gonna save money in aspects of childcare. I got the kids, the house is clean. I'm making sure that I feed everybody. I stay, in a good place where I'm respected in the community. I'm not running around here spending up all your money. I'm being this woman that is working with you as a partner so we can have a successful family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
once the children get to a certain age, then you start, building yourself into things that doesn't pull you away from the husband and the family. You're just adding more because the next phase is
Absolutely.
coming. The next phase is coming of you're supporting your children with their ventures, things that they're doing, and then you get to travel more. It's just stages. It's not just about, oh, I don't work. That can get old. You don't work, okay, but you need to do something, while you're being that person that stays home and manages the family. You need to get to a point where you start to keep in mind you are still a person that has
Absolutely.
things that you can add to the man you're with, and you just build on it. And it's just, I don't know. I think these ideas that people have about not working, like you're being a servant, or that you're losing yourself. So I would encourage women not to. No, you just have to know how to do it, and it's not a game. I'm trying to find a word, but you just have to know how to work it. That's the best way I know how to put it. I know how to work it.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
I cannot,
And
I cannot see myself being a stay-at-home wife because I like to work and help my man out. Because as that's probably what you're used to. You know what I'm saying? You probably used to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Working, and you was working before you met him, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You mama, auntie, them they work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying that could be what it be. You know what I'm saying? You
I,
gonna be what you see.
And I
You're gonna be
think,
what you want to be what you see.
yeah, and I think what I think the heart a lot of times of being a traditional wife, when you talking about staying at home, is when you have children. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
Because because in my mind, if I'm birthing these babies, I don't want to spend $200 a week on childcare, and I'm able to stay at home while somebody else see my child's first steps. I want to be there to
Right.
see my own little protege or whatever I made. I'm not trying to put that in somebody else's hands. So you have a purpose in it. You're home so that you can be there to raise your seed, your husband's seed, and just you do it in a way that creates again bonds and successes for the overall of the family. And then in the process of that, you be mindful of yourself. Like, you don't lose who you are. You don't neglect your marriage just because you're a mom now. It's layers to it. You just got to be aware of how it works. Like, if you're a wife and you don't have to work and you want to work, you should. If you don't have kids, you
Right.
should.
Yeah, and I think it's important that women who do get into that lifestyle, that you still got to keep some on the side. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
my mom, she
Not,
was.
I'm not.
Well, it,
I ain't talking about stacking his money in the bank account. Now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about taking his money and putting it on there in the bank account. I'm talking about still have you some, like you've been to school.
Yeah,
You still have a trade or something
yeah,
in case something
well, in this
catastrophic.
day and
In
age,
case something catastrophic happen, like a divorce. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You just never
In this
know. You
day
know
and
what I'm
age,
saying?
Rob, in this day and age, Rob, um, more women can have the
Mr. Larry
opportunity to stay
Love.
home, and they also can have the opportunity to create jobs. It's so many online jobs. There's so many things that they can do while they are staying at home, so they can still have the opportunity to work. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi,
How
how
you
So
are
they
doing?
still
you?
have the. I'm good. How you been? So
That's
they
Okay.
can
Mr.
still have
Larry
the
Love, y'all in the
opportunity to work.
building.
But yeah, I'm gonna say this real quick. I understand it like how it goes. Like my mother, I'm gonna put her out there because she was an amazing person. She raised six girls, and in raising us, she was able to keep a clean house. She cooked all the
Yeah.
time, very good to my dad. And yet, when he hit hard times, she helped him out. And then she still had her own side businesses at some point when we got to a certain age. She had a daycare business in the house. She also had a flower business. And that woman knew how to make money and stack money that she made. And she was able to
Yeah.
help my dad. So
Hmm.
and she was very supportive of him, but she still had her own thing, but it
Yeah.
didn't pull her apart from him. It just kept the family cohesive. Like we were, it was tight. So um you just have to know how to work it. That's all I know.
And
You
I
just
got
gotta work
mad
it.
respect for your mama. She had a husband and six
Oh
daughters.
yeah, we
My
probably drove my
God.
dad
Lord have
crazy.
mercy.
Yeah, a house full of women. It was
And
seven of
your
us and
daddy.
one of
And your
them.
daddy. He had a wife and six daughters, man. Man, I know he had, y'all didn't have no pit bulls?
Nah, we had a German Shepherd, and he was a dog in the yard. He wasn't even
Yeah,
on.
he supposed to keep him in the yard. You want him in the yard. Don't let nobody come in the yard. With $6,
Oh
you
my
want your German
god!
Shepherd in the yard.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot, and he had to be patient with all those women in the house.
Man. Mr.
Yeah.
Love, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey man, I
Well,
like
what
your
you
show. I like your show.
we appreciate it, man. We
Thank
appreciate
you
you
for
coming
saying
on,
that.
man.
You know I'm all about this. Woo.
Yeah. What's up? What's on your mind, man? I
No
see you
man,
said a lot of stuff. You said a lot of
no
stuff in the
no
comments, man. You know you quiet. You know what I'm saying?
no. I was driving in the car on my way home, so I was kept saying stuff
You
with
did
the
all that
mic.
texting in the car?
No. I was talking. Master.
Okay,
Talk
okay,
sex.
okay.
Maybe that's what
Talk
it
to
was.
sex.
Okay, maybe that why one of your should turned into shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh
It's
wow.
all good,
No,
man.
no.
We read through the line. We comprehended. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, I like what you guys are doing. And Rob, I talk to you, man. I like what you guys are doing, man. You creative dialogue, and the Larry Love Show is, your opinion matters, and at the end of the day, it's all about love, and that's what you're doing. And I'm getting ready to do what you're doing, because what I'm doing for is the Larry Love Show
Yeah, yeah.
here when I interview you, and I'm getting ready to do live shows at sports bars and stuff like that. But I'm also getting ready to bring the Larry Love Show back to social media. So, I talk about a lot of stuff that you
That's
guys
what's
talk
up, man.
about.
Just don't do Tuesday night.
No, no,
Don't
no,
do
no.
Tuesday night. We can't help you.
No.
Just messing with you,
It's
brother. You
gonna
know what
be
I'm saying?
random. It's
It's
gonna be
enough
a
love out
random.
here for us, man.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a random night. I wouldn't do that, but I stopped. I heard you, and I listened to you guys all the way home. And then Rob just sent me the link, and my wife she hooked it up for me, and I just came downstairs to listen to you guys. So
Oh,
I don't know what topic you guys are on now. What topic are you on now?
I think he froze. We were talking about traditional wives, or
Hmm.
trad wives. I guess it's a new fat name for um
Housewives,
um
stay home
different
moms.
wives. Yeah.
Well, you have. I saw some on social media. I don't mean to take over you guys' show, but I saw some on social media. This guy said there was three type of wives. There was the traditional wife back in the day. There's the modern wife, and then you have the. He said some name. It was modern and traditional together. And Rob, I know and believe that I have the third wife. I have the traditional wife slash modern wife, and it takes a special man to deal with a modern wife and then deal with a traditional and modern wife that I have, because Rob know, I talked to Rob, I have a traditional wife who grew up with a mother and a father to death do them part, and she believe in you know, catering to her, to me and all that stuff, but she also got her education and she's also making big time money. So a woman like that has to have a man that understands that, and I'm that man that
Yeah.
understands that.
Oh, that what's up?
Yeah.
What's your
So
thought on
I
that?
understand, you know, I don't have a problem with a woman making money. I don't
Right.
understand men that have that problem, but I don't have that problem. I think we're all individuals. A woman is an individual. She have the right to have aspiration, goals, and things that she want to do in her life. Has nothing to
Yeah.
do with her husband, her boyfriend, her friend. It has everything to do with her, just like how men have aspirations and goals that they dreams that they want to do, and that's only right. So when people go against that, then you're going against the laws of nature and the laws of physics and the laws of natural ability from God. So, you know, when people do that, that's kind of it's kind of it's not productive for a relationship. It's not productive for a marriage, because everybody have dreams and goals and aspirations. You know, so when you get in a relationship, I think what it is a lot of women back in the day. That's why I always say some women back in the day
Some.
lose themselves in their marriage, because women are nurturers. Women they love, so they take care of everybody. You know, they don't do for themselves. You're like, why you didn't buy yourself something? Oh, I'm buying something for the kids and something for the husband, you know, because that's what women do. But hey, it's a new day. Women are taking care of themselves as
Yeah.
well as taking care of everybody else. And that's just what it is.
Right. And I think
Uh,
that's where that one particular guest on Tamron's show, she was just like going through this like emotional tantrum about she just think that it's not good for women to be traditional wives because they'll lose themselves. But you have to, again, like I said, know how to work it.
it's the balance.
If you are not taking care of yourself throughout the time that you're taking care of your man and your family, then that's kind of, I don't want to say your fault, but it's on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, my wife, I try not to talk too much about my wife. She has one of these jobs that, you know, she really can't be on social media. Rob met my wife, but I don't think he talked to my wife. She can't really be on social media. She's a young lady with a big time title and job and all that stuff, and I respect all that stuff. I think when Rob was here, she was in the office working. So I'm just the type of guy that I've always liked an intelligent, smart woman. So
Yeah.
that's just me. You know, I don't know, but traditional. She's traditional. I had
But
some
Larry,
friends over.
let me ask you something, Larry. How was you raised as a young
I
man?
was
How was
raised
you
like
raised?
you. I was raised like you.
How was I this?
You know, I was
you,
well. I'm not gonna say I was raised like you. Let me not say that.
you mean like from the hood and all that?
Yeah, I'm from the hood, but
Yeah.
I was raised with my two sisters and my mom. The last time I was in a house with my mom and dad, I was 5 on Hollywood Road in Atlanta, Georgia. My mom, long story short, my mom left my dad when I was 5. I just remember walking in the cold. A cab picked us up on Hollywood Road and took us to Simpson Road. We went up this hill, and I know Rob know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
you. Yeah.
and I met this lady named Miss Odessa, and that's where we stayed. And I grew up the only boy with 2 sisters and my mom. So I didn't have my dad. I didn't never play catch, never did none of that stuff. And hey man, I don't know nothing about nothing. All I knew was they spoiled me, and so that made it kind of bad for females that got to know me, because I was kind of spoiled because I didn't really make my plate in the kitchen. My mom told them to go make that boy plate, fix that boy plate, do this for that boy. So I was kind of spoiled. So meeting women later on was kind of, they was like, man, you are spoiled. So it kind of spoiled me a little bit. But I was never in a traditional home, but I had friends that was in a traditional home, and I used to go, man, they got a mom and a dad in the home and stuff. And you know, I've always wanted that. And just to
Yeah.
end it for y'all, I said that you know, one day I want my own family, and I want to be different, and I want to do better than what my dad did. I want a family. So once I got a family, I'm in a family where I'm actually raising my daughters, and me and my wife, we've been together going on 27 years of marriage this year, two girls.
Congratulations.
And I
Awesome.
want to do something that my dad didn't do. My dad left us
Mm.
and then stayed with us. And I vowed that if I ever get married, I'm gonna go through the hard times. I'm gonna go through whatever I gotta go through, but I'm gonna stay there. And when we got these kids, I said, I'm staying right here and I'm gonna deal with whatever it is because I'm gonna raise my kids. And that's what I did.
Hey man, hats off to you, man.
Hats
Yes,
off.
Hats
absolutely.
off to you,
Yes.
bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, that's what it's all about, man. You know, but you know, I think at the end of the day, you have to find your person, man.
Right.
You have to
Yes.
find your person, and I think a lot of time we try to fit into, we try to put circles in square holes and square. How they say it? We got to put a
You
square in a
better say
circle.
it again.
You know what I'm
Square a
saying?
peg in a square.
And that person don't fit us, and then we
Right.
get down the
And they
road and
don't
realize
fit.
that person that ain't my fit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I think relationships should be. You got to find that person when you find that fit, man. You got to roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Roll with it, bro.
Well, I
You
tell
know,
you, Rob, man, I got a daughter that's 41. And I was 17 years old, man, going to Booker T. Washington High School. And I try to tell people, you can pay money, you can send child support, but when you're not there with that child, man, it's totally different. It's
Yeah, I
totally
agree.
different. And my 41-year-old, I know she be watching me on social media, so I do have three daughters. I don't have two daughters, so I want to stop saying that. I have three daughters. I have two daughters by my wife, but I have an older daughter that's 41, and I have two grandkids and her husband. Hey, y'all. So I looked at my life, man, in the military, and I said, man, I got this baby. I'm sending child support, but that's all I'm doing, and that bothered me, man. And it bothered her because when I finally seen her later on in life, man, we had it out one night at my house, and you know, she was hurt, I was hurt, but I just tell guys, just because you pay child support, man, if you're not in your kid's life, you're gonna have to deal with that later on, face to face with that child. So I just tell people that when you go through stuff, you got to fight through it. Rob, I was at the door, man. I was at the door of the handle of the relationship I'm in now. I'm out of here. I'm leaving this shit. I'm out of here. I'm done. And my wife was like, bye. I'll see you later. And Rob, man, as I was getting ready to go out the door, I just thinking about some other man's gonna be in here, man, taking care of my kids and talking to my daughters and stuff. And I couldn't do it, Rob. I just went, sat on the sofa, and I didn't say nothing else, man. I went to sleep, woke up, went to work, and still married.
hey man, that what's up, man. That's what's
Amen to
up.
that. Yeah.
It's good to hear some success stories, man.
Yes.
You know, in this life, man, to hear
That's
people who
beautiful.
grinded it out. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you can be an example for other men. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Marriage is hard, man, you know, because you're two individuals. People don't understand something. That woman is an individual. That woman is
Yeah.
an individual. I'm an individual. And we got to look at each other every day. We're going to get tired of each other. And she don't want to talk to me today. I don't want to talk to her today, but that don't mean I want a divorce.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's two people who are deciding to be together. People don't try to, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is two grown people who are deciding to be together. Don't nobody own nobody. So let's get that straight.
Right,
Just
right.
because you married, I don't own her. She don't own me.
Right.
I can't think of your co-host name. She said earlier, it's a cooperation, it's a
Timmy.
partnership, it's communication, but nobody own nobody. You know, and the
Right.
thing that Rob, I don't want to take over your show, but my wife just walked by and she
Take
said
over,
something.
man.
Yeah, no, she not gonna come on camera. But she always say this. She always say this, and I'm gonna shut up. She always say she's a young age. She's 48 years old. She grew up with a mother and father to death do them part. They were married 28 years. She says to the women that came here one day, she said, some women need to know their role in the relationship. Everybody has a role.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I mean, she's young, and she says a lot of times the females don't know their role. There is a role that you play as a wife. There's a role that you play as a husband. There is a role.
Yeah.
And it's not about her being submissive and doing what you say. No. And that Bible scripture, the woman, the meat behind you. No. Your woman is not behind you to be behind you. Your woman is behind you to lift you up. See, God made the woman stronger than the man. So when he leans back, she got him.
Boom.
See,
There
people
it
don't
is.
know that. People don't know that.
Yeah, a lot
She's
of people don't know
behind
that,
you.
Larry. And a lot of brothers give you some pushback on that.
That's why the
But-
woman is there. The woman is there to hold you up when you start falling back.
That's why
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm
That's
not
why she's
disagreeing at
stronger than
all.
us. The woman is stronger than us. Mentally, they strong physically. They I'm telling you,
Now,
I'm
not
young, but
physically now, Larry.
no, like I'm going so I was going
I know
somewhere with it, but
Rob
I'm
gonna
Okay,
say
I'm gonna
something.
let you go now. Come on, I'm gonna let you go, man.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm
leave
saying?
that alone. I'm gonna leave
No,
that alone because
hey,
I
look,
don't.
I said, hold on now. Hold on. I can't let him do this.
Well, it's some women that physically stronger.
Rob always gonna say something. That's why.
Now, I like Rob, and normally, Rob, I don't come on people's shows. A lot of time, Rob, I don't come on people's
Hey
shows.
man,
And they
look,
like,
man, you welcome. This is the everyday. That's why I named it the Everyday People Show, because I want everyday people to come on here and discuss everyday topic, man. We talk about this stuff amongst each other in different areas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
no, but I'm not trying
I
to.
want to just come
Get
together
on.
and discuss.
I'm not
I'm
trying to
learning
get
something
on
from you.
women. I'm not trying to get on female side.
I'm not, man.
I-
Look, man. I'm a jovial guy, man. Don't take a lot of stuff what I say serious, because I like to crack jokes. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a
Jovial.
good space to tell that joke.
No, I just think that like I do it. Like I know y'all gonna look me up and say Larry Love do all these shows talking about black women stuff. Yes, I do. But at the same time, I'm getting ready to go toward the positive of black men and black women. We got to start talking positive stuff about each other.
Yes.
So that's where I'm headed
Exactly.
now with my new shows. So I mean, we just gotta listen to each other. We just gotta
Absolutely.
stop letting everybody pit us against each other,
Yep.
and just somehow the modern woman of today, hey, I understand, but you are successful. You got the big house. You got the nice car. You got the money in the bank. But you in this big house, laying in this big bed, praying
By
to God
yourself.
about about a man. Well, guess what? God sent me a man. Well, guess what? God done sent you a man. You
Right.
just couldn't see it.
But this is the craziest beef you ever seen, black men versus black women. And that's one of the weirdest beef I ever seen. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
they pit us against each other. I'm young, man. I'm only
Right.
57
And we
years
all
old,
come
but
from each other. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I'm young, but I research, I read, and all that stuff about welfare, all that stuff about women live, and all that stuff. We could keep going back there. At some point, guess what, man? We right here in 2024.
Right.
Right.
We got to just say, hey, and ladies, please, ladies, listen to me. Stop looking for a man. That is not your job. Stop
Mm.
chasing a man. It is not your job. It is the man to find the woman. What the woman is supposed to do is just be a woman, be herself, go on about her daily life, because y'all know men are talking to y'all all the time when you not looking your best, when you looking ugly, when you looking scraggly, when you looking beautiful. So men are talking to you. See, the thing with you is you got to know how to discern yourself with who is who. Because the
Oh,
men are
yeah.
in your face.
Now, I'm gonna give you a little pushback on that one. No, seriously. I think it's important that we try to find each other. You know what I'm saying? I think we have to find. To me, I think that this is my opinion. I'm a very opinionated guy. You know what I'm saying? I think a woman should be trying to find the right man. In my
No.
opinion, you know what I'm
If
saying?
she's a Christian,
Because the man, because here's the thing, we like what we see. And I think that's part of the problem. We choosing what we see, and it don't be the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think,
Rob,
and this is what we've been talking about. We've been talking about this all night, Larry. That how white women are finding their men. They're finding
Rob, what is
successful
the
guys
percentage?
already.
Rob, what is the percentage of women in church?
I mean, I don't think that's
No.
conducive to the conversation.
Just go with me. Just go with me.
Let's say 80%.
Okay, it's 85 to
80%.
90% of women in
90%.
church.
Yeah.
So if all these women are talking about they're Christians and they read the Bible, see, everybody use the Bible for what they want to use it for. I mean, including me and everybody else. I'm not excluded from it. What I'm saying is everybody use the Bible for what helps them. But if they're reading the Bible and the Bible says a man shall find a wife,
Right.
he finds a good thing. Women do not supposed to be looking for no man because men are constantly talking to them.
You got me on that one.
I want to say something, y'all.
You got me on that one.
Let me say something.
You can't be coming on here whooping me, man, on the show now.
I'm about to say something, though. I'm about to say something.
Go ahead, Jenny.
I agree with what he's saying. The Bible does say that a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. And the thing about it is a man has to look in order to, find it, right? And there are lots of women in the world, but every woman is not a wife.
Right.
Okay. So that's why he has to find her, because every woman is not a wife. So a man can meet a bunch of women.
You just dropped the gem then, girl.
So a woman, I think a woman's job is just to be able to recognize when he finds her. She needs to be able to recognize that's him.
Right.
So I don't think we're supposed to look.
And
because think about it.
Look, y'all win. Look, y'all win. Okay, you win. Okay.
I want to chime in. I want to chime in.
Like when you meet, it's supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's him. I feel it. She'll just know, but he's supposed to be looking for her, because then now everything is all messed up. Because if women are out here looking for men, that just messes up the whole ecosystem.
Let me say that before y'all speak though. I wasn't saying women looking for men. I'm saying you still got to know. You still can't let any man choose you.
No, I agree with you. I see where you're going.
Yeah, I wasn't saying go look for him. I'm saying you still got to make sure he's in a position to have you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying. Go ahead, Larry, or the Tina.
I was gonna say also with that, when the man is looking, women also have to be able to present themselves in the manner of wanting to be a wife, if that's what their desire is.
Right.
Because if that is not what your desire is, you can meet multiple men, but they ain't none of them gonna marry you, because that's not what your desire is, and you're not presenting yourself in that way to be a wife. So it's a give and take. Men are the hunters, women are the gatherers. We're the nurturers, women are the nurturers. So men are the hunters. And I totally agree. Yes, I want you to find me. But I also want to be able to present myself in the essence of, if I want to be a wife, I want that part of me to shine. So when you do find me, you be like, okay, well, she's ready for what I'm ready for. And this is my person. I found my person. So we have to be able to, we can't put ourselves on the back burner and say, oh, there's no good men, because that's not necessarily true. Right. And we can't say there's no good women, because that's not necessarily true. It is just that if we are not presenting ourselves in that package of wanting this type of relationship, or we're wanting it to be the long run, the long haul, I want to be married, then we cannot expect when the man finds us to marry us.
Right.
We have to be available and ready.
Rob, we got to do a show together.
brother, you just call me, man. You know what I'm saying? long as it ain't Tuesday night, you know what I'm saying?
Hey Rob, I try to tell, hey man, look.
Don't try to get me on that shine on me now.
No. I don't mean that. This is what I do. But what I'm saying is, Rob, man, I met you, man. Boy, you're a great guy, man. I was gonna call you when I saw the thing. I said I got to get Rob over to help me set up my computer and my mics and stuff. I got to get the right mics and stuff. So yeah, I was gonna call you anyway.
I can help you. It ain't as expensive as it look. You know what I'm saying?
What's the young lady name that's next to you?
Jenny.
Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I just want to say, men, and I'm not speaking for all men, but men know what they want. Men know
Exactly.
what they want. I want women to know. I'm going to tell you guys something about us. We rate you guys just like you guys rate us. And so what I'm saying to you is when me and Rob is standing somewhere, I'm just using me and Rob and Jenny, we see you. Now me and Rob have different lights and whatever, but we see you coming. We're looking at you. Because that's what men do. We're looking at you. Now, Jenny, I'm looking because I don't know what Rob is looking at. I like a woman with a nice, voluptuous butt, nice dress. That's what I like. That's what I like. So Rob may like
That
whatever
laugh
he
track.
likes. So as you're walking toward us and you pass us and we say, hey, how you doing? And you say, hey, how you doing? And you walk past. Now, the two men who is Rob and I, we're going to have a conversation about you. And one of us, you're not going to really be our type. And one of us is you're going to be our type or you're not our type, just like you guys do. So men know what they like and what they want. A lot of times when I approach you, when you open your mouth, that dictates if I want to keep talking to you, just like how you guys, when y'all are talking to men. So we're all the same. We like what we like. All I'm trying to say is men know what they want. See, men don't take marriage lightly. See, when we hear marriage, we get the shivers because we thinking we missing out on all these women. So we're not going to just jump in a marriage. We're not going to do it. So Rob, I always say this. I told this young lady years ago, she was in a relationship for 3 years. They broke up. He got married to somebody within a year, 6 months. And she called the show. Well, Larry Love, you said you had the answer. The answer was easy. I said, he didn't want to marry you. And I said, think about it. She said, oh, Larry Love. I said, hold on. But he did you a favor. You both won. Because he didn't really want to marry you. And let me tell you why. Because when you're dating, you're vetting. I know y'all know what vetting is. You're supposed to
Yeah.
be vetting. If she got a foul mouth, if he got a foul mouth, if he's pro-black, pro-white, whatever, always talking about racist stuff, if he got bad habits, she got bad. That's when you're dating, you're looking at those things. And ladies, let me tell you something about men. If you're not the one, we're gonna hold on to you and get what we can get until we find the other one.
Women do
That's
that.
just the truth.
Women do that too.
And women do it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And women do it too. So we're all the same. But marriage, men don't take marriage lightly. Men know when they have that woman. Men know when they got that woman. Because men start acting different around their friends. Like Rod would say, Don, Larry, man, you taking her to the club with you? Yeah. Oh, Larry, man, you don't even come out with the fellas no more. And we go, yeah, man.
You climbing Stone Mountain, man. You could be
Man, you
kicking
climbing
it
Stone Mountain. You going to the museum, man. Because we know when we want. And I'm, hey Rob, I'm gonna get off and I want to listen to you for the rest of the show. But I met my
we
wife.
about done. We at the 9 o'clock hour. We over the limit. So
Okay,
you know,
I
I'm
met my
gonna put
wife
the
on base.
prawn comment
Yeah.
up. So this your prawn comment.
I met my wife on base. Hell, I just re-enlisted to this base, y'all. I walked on the base. Hey man, you going to the gym? And they left me. I didn't know what a gym was. So I was walking and I saw this young lady and I said, excuse me, can you tell me where the gym at? She looked at me, she pointed, the gym is down there. Do y'all know I married her a year later? Now let me tell you what that is. Let me tell you what that is. If people say they believe. I was going through some things in my life. I don't know what she was going through. But God had to put me in a situation to be somewhere at a certain time
Yep.
to meet this person that was going to help me go through this, whatever I was going through at that time. It had to be, because the young lady that I asked where was the gym at, I married a year later. 27 years, she's upstairs. That's how we met. I'm gonna leave it there, Rob.
Hey, brother, okay, give me a call, man. Give me a call, man. I'm available, man. Let me know what you know what I'm saying. Let me know what you need.
Right.
I can help you out, brother. Get set up over there.
Hey,
thank you for coming on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
this
it.
This is the Everyday People Show, man. We try to build a community, man. We try to, show people love. If you got a book or something you want to talk about, this is the forum to do it, y'all. This is the forum to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, parting comments, Latina. Good to see you again, sister. Happy New Year.
It's good to
You know what I'm
see
saying?
y'all. I've been missing y'all. Life's been happening for us all. But Rob, congrats on your music. I've been waiting on that, so it's doing well. Jenny, congrats on whatever you are doing, because I know it's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Now,
But
when you're up there, you out there in Oklahoma City, now you tell everybody to listen to it. Tell DJ play this
I
song right. I want
do.
to dance to this
I
song.
have a few. I have I have a friend that I want to bring on when you get a chance. The owner of my friend's she owns the bookstore.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'll go ahead and give my parting comments. Tonight's show was phenomenal. I always love these open dialogue conversations where we're able to give both perspectives and also get an understanding, because you don't ever want to have a perspective without getting an understanding. And so it is very great to be able to talk to Black men and to Black women and be able to go get understanding. Also, I don't have anything coming up, but I always have something coming up. So hopefully I'll have some book shows soon. However, my friend Courtney Strickland owns Bell's Books Boutique and More in Oklahoma City. It is one of three Black owned bookstores in the state of Oklahoma. We have two in Oklahoma City, and we have two two different Black-owned bookstores that are owned by separate entities, and then we have one in Tulsa owned by someone else. However, she is fighting to keep her bookstore. There is a GoFundMe if anybody wants to donate. I'm just putting it out publicly. If anyone wants to donate to help with her funding, um, but she's been there 3 years and fighting to keep literacy in the east side of Oklahoma City, which is a predominantly Black area.
How many locations you say she have?
She only has one location. However, she's one of three different Black-owned bookstores in the state of Oklahoma. We only have three. They're owned by different people, but we only have three. And we have two on the east side of Oklahoma City, and the other one's in Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
So she's fighting to stay open. So if anybody would like to donate to the cause, you can go to the GoFundMe. It's Bell's Books Boutique and More, or you can sign into Facebook or Instagram. It's the same thing. Bell's Books Boutique and More. MORE.
Yeah, put it in the group because
Okay.
what her goal is going to be important. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It depends what the goal she's trying to reach. You know what
the
I'm saying?
goal is she's trying to raise at least 10,000. And that would help with her funding to be able to stay open, to get more merchandise and things like that. She's been on the news several times in Oklahoma City. Also, trying to fight to keep literacy in our community. The east side of Oklahoma City is a predominantly Black area. That is where Ralph Ellison Library is as well. That's our only Black-owned library in Oklahoma City. And she does give free books. She partners with a place called Youth First, where they give free books out to the kids. So anyone that visits can get a free book as well as come in for purchase. But it's other things available for purchase as well.
And the reason I ask, because a lot of time technology kills a lot of businesses like that. You know what I'm saying?
It does. Yes.
Stuff that you can do online.
Yes.
A lot of brick and mortar businesses they're closing because people can kind of like, get what she has online. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to
Yes.
leave. You don't have to leave the house. You know, the last girl like we had on the show last week, I got her book in the ebook. So I don't have
Yes.
the hard copy, but I was able to read the book. And I think a lot of people are going by that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that might be, you know what I'm saying? I wish her, and that could be an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Hang on, I'm typing it in the chat for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And also, but Rob, if we don't keep the knowledge going on in our community, then we will not have a community. Knowledge is power. You are very aware of that, which is why we use this platform that you have, the Everyday People Show, to
Yeah.
be able to put out information to our community. Um, but however, she's had donations coming in, which is great. She does need more if anybody feels led to donate. It's dear and near to me. I love reading to kids. I love books. I used to teach preschool. This cause is very dear and near to me. So, like I say, if you want to support, please do. Even if you just send $1 to whatever you can.
Absolutely.
We must keep bookstores open. However, we must keep Black bookstores open. That is where your child can go in and find a book of a little girl that looks like them,
Yeah, I
or a
agree.
little boy that looks like them.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
agree. But I would just
absolutely.
add, I would just add the technology has
Yeah,
shifted that
it
need. You know what I'm
has.
saying?
It has.
Technology
Yeah.
has shifted that need. You
But it's
know.
still people out here that like to flip pages because I'm one of them. We want to flip. I want to fill the pages in my fingers and flip it. And also, kids love when you sit and read a book to them, not doing the ebook.
Sure. Right.
They want you to sit down and make the noises and flip the pages and show the characters and sit on the floor and do the crisscross applesauce and all of that. So,
You're right. You are
so
absolutely
yeah.
right. Yeah.
And she
So
does. And
text
what
it
you say,
text it
Rob?
to the the overflow group we got, because once I
I
shut
did.
this
I sent
down,
it
all
in.
these whatever you put in
I
here
sent
gonna
it
be
in the
still.
chat. Oh, put it in the messenger. Okay. I
Yeah,
sent it
yeah,
in the
yeah.
chat too.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
but anyway, other than that, y'all, I'm doing fine. I'm still pushing my book. I know it's not finished, but I'm working on that, working through life challenges. Things get, you get bogged down sometimes. But the wonderful thing about being a creator is that even when you are at your lowest, you still find a way to pick yourself up, and you find a way to write, or you find a way to find some form of expression, writing, painting, singing, whatever you do to bring yourself out of that rut. So just know that it is people out here that love you. It is people out here that see you, and just keep on doing what you do.
And,
And
and
that's
where
all
are
I
you?
got.
Where are you with the book?
Well, I am about 85% done.
Okay, now we're gonna have you on here to
So
chop it
I'm
up. We're
working
gonna
on
we
that.
gonna
I'm
read it.
working
We ain't
on
gonna
that
just have you on here.
15%.
We gonna go in depth with your book. We gonna get deep
we
into your head.
we
You know what
are
I'm saying?
absolutely, and I want that. I want that. My intentions is to make it a movie, so that's where we are. And yeah, and we have a black owned movie company now in Oklahoma City as well. So there's a lot of things going on, but I wish you well, and I'm so
Have you
glad
met
to see both of you guys.
have you met a guy named Terry Backus?
I talked to him on Facebook,
Oh,
but I
you
haven't been to
did, yeah.
Tulsa.
I think
Yeah, so
he's
I
up that
talked
way
to
yet.
him back and forth. Yeah, he's in Tulsa. He's about 2 hours away from me. But if I go to Tulsa, I'm gonna make sure to look him up because I need him to give me a tour of Greenwood because I haven't been to Greenwood yet.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, sister. Well,
So
glad to see
yeah,
you again, sister. Glad to see you again. You know what I'm
good to see
saying?
you,
Good to
Miss
see you.
Jenny. Take care of yourself, okay?
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right, all right. Love y'all.
Love you too.
All right now.
I'm gone.
All right, y'all. This is the part of the show. We appreciate everybody for tuning in,
Yes.
commenting, liking, sharing. And listen, y'all, if y'all got a business, y'all got a book y'all wrote, y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, man. Y'all want to put it out there, man. Y'all want to talk about it. Come on and let's chop it up, man, on the Overflow Show. If you got a business or you got a book, whatever you got going on, man, just all love. I just want to show you some love, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do, show y'all some love, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got anything to say, Miss Jenny?
I just appreciate everybody for being a part of it. Y'all made it fun. I loved your questions. I love the challenges with the questions. And just keep tuning in because it's all about community. It's all about enriching each other because we all we got.
Yeah. And next week, we're going to have my homeboy on here, man. He wrote a book. He wrote a financial book, Tony Cash, man. My boy Tony Cash, he's a pastor now, man. The boy we used to do so much stuff in the hood. Now this man writing books and is a pastor. He will be on talking about the book next week, man, and it's about what he been up to, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all come back the same black time, same black channel, man. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I love y'all. And guess what? Y'all can't do nothing about it. Peace out, y'all. See y'all next week.